We are talking about a 13-year-old that we believe was involved in an armed robbery, and we got a call on 911 saying that an armed robbery was being reported. Officers responded to the area, were dispatched, and once they arrived at that scene, they saw some people that they believe matched the description of the suspects and tried to track down those suspects. A confrontation happened, and there was a police-involved shooting. One of our officers fired, and as a result of that, the young man succumbed to his injuries. We found a gun at the scene near the suspect that we were trying to apprehend, and this is what that gun looked like. In addition to this appearance, it also had a laser light attached to it right underneath the barrel. Our officers carry a gun that looks practically identical to this weapon. Our officers carry a flashlight under the barrel on their weapons, not a laser light. But this is not the weapon. This is a replica of the exact found at the scene last night. It turns out to not be a firearm in the sense that it fires real bullets, but as you can see, it looks like a firearm that could kill you.
We have a 13-year-old dead in our city. That's unacceptable. And we as a community need to come to grips with the fact, with such easy access to guns, whether they're firearms or replicas, there is something wrong in this country, and it is bringing its epidemic to our city streets. And a 13-year-old is dead in the city of Columbus because of our obsession with guns and violence. That is not the chief of police responsibility, that is not the director's responsibility, that's not the chairman's responsibility, and it's not exclusively my responsibility. It is our responsibility. And it is time for this city and this community to step up to make sure that our children and our neighborhoods are safe.
Hello everybody, and welcome to the Wake Up Report. And how do you do the same thing in the same state with a kid who is practically the same age and not expect to get the same results? Tamir Rice should be a household name, if nowhere else than the state of Ohio. So how in the world could a parent allow their child to roam the streets with a BB gun, a toy gun that looks like a real gun? There's no excuse for this. But yes, when you're black people, you somehow think that you are absolved from any type of responsibility when it comes to doing dumb stuff in your neighborhoods. And when you get shot and killed, you want to blame the cops, you want to blame white cops, you want to blame everybody except the parents, everybody except the community, everybody except yourselves. So when I say that Tamir Rice's mother was irresponsible, I'm the coon, I'm the sellout, I'm the one that does not know what he's talking about. And here we have, yet again, if any of you can tell me that you can tell that that is a BB gun, then I have nothing to say. If I were the Columbus police, I would have done you one better, because they do have that. They have that gun, that replica, that BB gun. I would have brought the actual gun. I would not have brought a picture. I would have brought that gun, and I would have shown you so you could see for yourself exactly what this boy was carrying. I cannot wait to see how mainstream media is going to try and spin this to blame the police. At the same time, they are going to duck confronting black people about their irresponsibility and their out of control children, and why are they doing something to help stop this problem. Can't wait until the neighborhood, the blacks come out, because I guess they're all now getting ready. They're getting their riot gear on now. They're getting their gasoline and their matches. They're getting their extra large shopping bags so they could break into weave stores and steal weave and set stores on fire and do all kinds of stuff like that. I guess they're all getting ready for that now. How are you going to spin this to say that the police are the problem? How are you going to spin this to say that black men are unfairly targeted by white police officers and gunned down like animals in the street, as opposed to when you're out robbing people with fake guns, acting like an animal in the street, and when you get gunned down like an animal in the street, what else do you expect to happen? I can't wait for Black Lives Matter to stick their heads out now and start screaming and yelling about police brutality and justice for Tyree King, and Tyree King was unjustly shot. I can't wait for all you black men out there who want to retaliate against the police like this moron in Arizona. So what's your excuse now? What's going to justify shooting at police officers and trying to run them over with cars and trying to murder police officers? I can't wait for you to come up with some kind of lame excuse other than taking responsibility for the actions of your people and your children. Where is this boy's parents, or parent, I should say, because 9 times out of 10, the daddy will be nowhere in sight. And if he is, what was your child doing out robbing people with a fake gun? What was a 13-year-old boy doing out on the streets? Where is the accountability on the part of the parents? I can't wait until you get some shiesty lawyer to try to play the black people lotto and get you some kind of settlement out of this. I can't wait until Jesse Williams pokes his head out of the sand, because remember, he had the data that says police in Ohio shot Tamir Rice, then they went home and made a sandwich. So I'm assuming, Mr. Williams, that the cop that killed Tyree King is now at home on his time off enjoying a sandwich after he killed a boy who had a gun, a fake gun that looked like a real gun, who was black, who was out robbing people and got shot because of his irresponsible actions, and his parents are nowhere to be seen. Just like you, after that speech you gave, are nowhere to be seen. I'm still here, Jesse. Where are you? But then again, I'm not rich like you. You see, poor people like me have to deal with the issues on a day-to-day basis and continuously deal with this kind of stuff, while rich people like you can get up, run their mouths, and go off and continue to make a lot of money and not really do anything about the problem other than run your mouths about something that you really don't identify with. Because the overwhelming proof is in the fact that black kids are out of control, that black kids are dangerous, that black kids are the biggest threat to black kids. Not white police officers, not racist white cops, not racist, period. That black kids, because of their overconsumption of gangster rap music and gangster rap lifestyles and thug this and hustler this and player this and baller this, that they live the very lives that they think are real. That these coons, these sellouts, feed them nonstop in this mess that you've packaged up and try to pass it off as music. I can't wait for all of you to start calling me the coon and the sellout and the one who doesn't know what he's talking about, while at the same time, good old Al Sharpton, that champion of the underdog black, that champion of the oppressed black, is nowhere to be found. And you want to know why? Because even Al Sharpton knows that these niggas are out of control, and if I continue to back these wild ass niggas, I am going to severely and seriously interrupt the hustle that I am pulling off to get rich off of these niggas, because I cannot make excuses for them anymore. What are your excuses going to be after the facts come out, after the facts have been read, after the facts can't be disputed. Black America, what is your excuse going to be when you cannot make an excuse for your wild, out of control post-90s babies children who are wreaking havoc on everything around them, including themselves? Break out the balloons, the teddy bears, the candlelight vigils, the self-destruction, the tearing up, looting, and destruction of your own neighborhoods, because that, Black America, is apparently what you do best, as opposed to confronting the real problems when it comes to dealing with our children and ourselves. This is KTM and the Wake Up Report saying think a little bit. It will do wonders for you.